Kaffe nam-nam, ja da. Præcis. Præcis, mand. Præcis, mand.
All right, I am back. Let's see what we're going to do today. Stop the screens here. There we go. All right. To be honest, I haven't been on for a couple of days, so we need to start looking into exactly what I'm going to do. So, right there. So where are we at? Well, we are working on the actual wheel, so to speak. So how do I want this to work? I think I'm not 100% sure yet, but when we get a item here that's we're going into the hacking mode, we're gonna get a number of these slots depending on the level of the item we're trying to hack. Now, this is going to be a band of symbols, and the symbols will represent a letter or a character, that will. So we need to find the correct characters to solve the puzzle, basically. And it's not going to be very complicated. It's just, we're spinning, we're pushing up or down and moving these characters around, and when we hit the right one, it lights up. So it's not anything very difficult. And we need to do it on a number of these in a certain amount of time. And the higher the level, the more different characters we have, and the more bands we're gonna have. That is how that's gonna work. I don't know if this is a good minigame, but that's the thing I came up with that I thought that we can implement, and it's gonna be a little bit complicated, but it's not very complicated to actually solve it. It doesn't need to take a lot of brain power. All you need to do is move these bands up and down. And I don't know if we can make it a little harder by having multiple light up in different colors or different strength of colors. I haven't gotten there far yet. Anyway, the next thing is that you have to solve it in the correct order. So you're going to get an order that you need to solve these in. For example, this is number 10 now on all of these, but let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to have an order like you have to solve it in. You have to solve 5 first, and you need to solve 8, 2, 9, 1, 10, and so on. And the order you're going to solve it in will appear at the bottom, but it comes down to the level of your hacking tool to tell you how many you're actually going to get, because you might not get all. Let's say you're going to hack 8 of them and you get 5 orders. Then you have to basically almost be a little bit lucky or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. That is the plan anyway. Anyway, so what we have here now is that we are generating symbols, a symbol structure, and been working just a little bit on it, trying to take it step by step, because I have no idea how I'm going to solve all these things. So we'll see. Let's see. Here is the symbol structure. So we're going to have from 0 to 9, A to Z is the structure. And here we're going to put in the level of the item, and we are switching out how many we need, how many digits do we need. So it starts from the left to the right. So on level 1, we're going to have 10. So it's going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just numbers. It doesn't really matter because the user will not see it. The player won't see it. But case 2, that's a level 2. It's going to use 15 of these. So each band will have a number of symbols. I'm going to have the first 10 symbols. And then the next level, going to have the first 15 symbols. So it's going to be 15 symbols, 22 symbols, 30 symbols. And if it's a level 5 item, it's going to have all 36 symbols in a band. And so you're going to have to spin like crazy to make it. So hopefully it's going to be a little harder. Anyway, this shuffle thing is all about making sure that our digits or our symbols doesn't come in the right order. It's like a shuffled order, so it's new and fresh every time you play it. So it's not the same. It's not going to look the same every time. It's going to be shuffled up. And this is just a seed. If we want to recreate the order exactly, then we can use a seed for that. Otherwise, it's going to be a random order. And then we get the result when we return the result, which is an F string. So everything what is coming down to is going to return an F string with the symbols in a random order. I've been working a little bit in Illustrator. I'm not there yet. We can look at it. Been working a little bit with the symbols. Up. So here I've been working with the symbols. Now, this is not all. This is just 24. We need 36. I need another 12 of these. Maybe we can play around with that now. It doesn't really matter. They need to be done. And I did these yesterday. So we can basically just continue doing that. It's kind of, how should I put it? Kind of it's a nice thing. Yes, I did this during the middle of the night, So basically it's just a construct of the same over and over again and try to get something that looks kind of neat. Um, so what we can do here is we take our artboard, take this one and just copy and duplicate that. And I copy that. Yeah. And then we go into this one. And we think about what could we do. Let's see. Four. There we go. That's gonna get. So I did a little bit with triangles here. Oh shit. See what we can do. If we can take something that looks pretty cool and we can extend on that. I got these kind of symbols, but I want to have a couple of curved ones here as well. Maybe we can do something with this pyramid or A. Anyway, these ones can be removed. Remove those. Got these, but I'm already doing something with that here. I think I want to do something with this card one. What we can do here is we can just take this guy here. Right. Take this guy, copy that, paste it. Down here. That. I'm going to rotate that. Object transform. Yes, rotate that. Let's rotate it 180. So now we can start doing something with this. So what we can do is just grab another take the pen tool here. Something in the middle here. Yes. It could almost look like a upside down stylistic A, something like that. Take out that a little bit. So question is here. Mark that. Try to move it in a little bit. There we go. Just grab the pen tool here again. Maybe we can do something here. So, all right. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So what we can do now is that's that. Okay, we're gonna compound these guys. Object, compound path, make. We go into one, and then we're gonna just duplicate this. Put it in place. Right above that, and then this is going to be 50.4 and it's going to be white. Oh. And then we're going to take this guy again and copy it and paste it one more time. Place on top, and this is going to be, what was it, 20.4 I think. There we go. Right, good enough. And then we can just take these artboards and just arrange them. Cool. that's basically what I do. There. All right. Take another thing here. Copy and paste. Doesn't need to be too complicated. Just we have some interesting shapes that looks kind of cool, you know? Mm. And also go in. I mean, these doesn't need to be in a specific order. We can just see if we can make this. Change this up a little bit. Can hide that and that. Oops, wrong one. um, take this guy. Just move it into location. Let's grab this. And again, we're gonna do one more. What this could look like. Oops. Grab this guy. I'm not 100%. You know, I'm not an expert at this, but it's fun to just play around, see what you get. You know what I mean? Almost like a sun or a pizza pie. Pizza pie. Could do. Is it too much if I drag something out of here from the middle? Let's do a intersection there. Is that too much? Like a parasol now. I don't know about that. Grab this, delete that. I'm gonna take this guy here, grab it in a little bit. Let's do the pizza pie. What we're gonna do is gonna delete this guy here. That guy, delete that. Delete this guy. Compound these two. There we go. And these guys here. Let's just duplicate this. Let's see here, 50.4. White. No, just that. Well, and 20.4. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, why not? It works, right? It works. All right. Maybe we can do something. You know, I'm trying to take inspiration from stuff I've been seeing somewhere else, but maybe we can. Damn, everything is bingity bangity boong. Turn off the audio on these things. There we go. Hey, I turned off the audio on you, didn't I? Let's see. Notification. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's just grab another one here. Another layer. Delete these guys. I have to go out of the artboard mode. There we go. Yeah, let's do something like almost like a check mark kind of deal. How do you do a check mark? You go from top there. There. And there, right? Let's see here. I need to get this guy. Change it up a little bit here in a bit, but this is gonna be 68.4. There we go. Back to this guy. We do curvature here. How about that? Do that from there. There. Oh, shoot. What the hell happened there? Do there. Do there. All right. Move that in position. Like so. Okay. And then we compound these two. Shift, object, compound make. Grab this guy, put it down there, and this body is going to be 50.4 and white. And then we grab it again. Hold on. Create another copy. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the white one. Oh. 68.4. 68.4, okay. Grab this guy. Put it on top of there. Hey, Dipender, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Hope you have a good day. Well, we are doing the coding, but I started to work on the symbols that will be represented in a hacking minigame. I started working on that last night, so it's like I need 36 symbols that will represent the characters in the that can, you know, be in the password. And it's going to be from 0 to 9 and A to Z. So it's 36 characters, and each character needs to be represented by a symbol that we can use in the minigame. So I started working on my characters last night, and I thought, let's just finish it off and, you know, play around with this, have some fun with it, you know. So we are going to go back into coding a little bit later, but right now I thought I'll finish this off because it's not that many left. I had 27. Right now I need 36. So, but sometimes it's just fun to play around with shapes and forms and see what you can come up with, you know. Seems like a new language. Yeah. I mean, inspiration a little bit is you know, a little Star Warsy kind of deal when you have, you know, they don't have the regular letters, they changed it out to its own alphabet. But yeah. So, but it's nice to just sit and just, you know, create. Let's see, can we do something else with the check mark deal here? Do we want to leave that to something else? I mean, we have a lot of V shapes. I mean, we got this thing here. We got this. I don't know what the hell this is, but so maybe we have enough of V shapes. I don't want it to be too repetitive that people go like, yeah, use the same fucking thing over and over again. You know, move out of the artboard mode. So maybe we should come up with something new here. Sometimes just get stuck, but I'm thinking about something like a circle with almost coming out to the Q. We have the circle here and the circle, closed circle. So we could do a smaller circle with some kind of Q feeling. I really like this concept of them, you know, leaning above each other. So let's see here. Let's go up this guy here. Copy that. Now we're gonna move these down into the right layer. Go and let's see. Have these guys. Move it down here. Oops. I'm gonna change the. Let's see. When we change the size on these guys, transform scale. Let's scale it down to maybe 50%. There we go. Okay. Then we need to go in and actually change all the paths because we want them to be the same size. Let's see here. So this is the outer line. This will be 68.4. 68.4. Click the round on the last one. I don't know what you meant there, but there's so many ways of doing this. Go 4 and well. This guy and this guy. I wonder if I can do that. 20.4. There we go. Now we can take all of these, move them. Let's see. Yeah, move it down a little bit. There we go. Then we can just take the pen tool. Let's see, where are you? I need to have a right height here. There, right? Let's see. Come on. Select you. 68.4. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too. No. Not you. That guy there. Maybe I'm too overthinking this. But let's just grab that guy. And this is gonna be sometimes I wonder what the hell when I will get my selections here. 4, I'm gonna set that to white. And let's see. This is not right, but we'll figure that out in a second. Let's just grab, hold on. Hide that. This guy and that guy here. That guy. That guy. Oh, nobody sees anything. I'm just going to compound the bottom layers here. Compound make. Yeah, that's the feeling. It might not be the greatest thing, but that's why I want, like, okay, we got a lot of space here. We could add a circle, half circle, something like that on this side. I'm just gonna see if we can. Grab this. Let's see. 2 50.4. Set this to white. There we go. Now we can just delete that guy there. And we're gonna move this up to the top. Just so we see what we're doing. The hell are these? Oh shit. Need to move that outside. There we go. All right. See, so we got that. I got. That's the white one. That's the black one. background one. Then we need to just grab this, create another one. And this is going to be black. And this is going to be 20.4. Let's see. That guy there. Delete that guy. You're absolutely right that it feels a little bit too much like a search icon. But what I can do is I can take one of these half moons and just grab that and put it down here maybe. That's the big one. Okay. So I need the rotation tool on that guy. That's not rotation. Rotate object throughout fixed point. Yeah. Should be fine, right? Let's see. That's straight. I mean, I'm just eyeballing this right now. Looks like a turd. Let's see. If I now move this guy. Not you. Sorry. This guy here. Nope. Sometimes it's just hard to grab things. I mean, I could lock it. Not you. There we go. Yeah, I think that could actually work. I think it only looks like a turd because it's black right now. Let's see here. So I'm gonna take that guy here, grab it down, make those two object compound path make boom, and let's see here. Now I can just delete these guys. There we go. And this guy. Just redo it with mute one. Take this guy and put that on 50.4. White. And then we do it again. And this guy is going to be black now. And 20.4. Now it looks more like an anchor. But it's a circle too big now. Fuck it. Just leave it. Sometimes like you're overworking these guys, you know, it's not the end of the, just get some kind of symbol. Looks like one of those coat hangers that you hang your coat on. All right, let's move on. By the way, we're at 28. We need a couple of more, so let's just move on. Grab this guy and move it to the bottom. Come on. You to the top. Oh shit! Do we have anything that's hidden in here? Oh yeah. Right, that can be deleted though. No, not you. Jesus. Move out of the artboard mode. Let's see. That guy. There we go. Go. Oh no. Jesus. There we go. All right. Let's just get. What do a box? Close box. Let's see. We have. There is a symbol. What the hell symbol is that? I'm thinking about. I don't know. Hey, let's do this. I like that idea. Like almost like an arrow. Oh, boring. Fuck. I'm getting stuck. This is the problem when you start getting, you have a few of them. Your brain gets stuck. Four. Like a 4 kind of deal. Let's see. Lag almost here, right? See, go to black. 8.4. Need to move it though. Sometimes this just need to be. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that's the way it is. Sometimes it's just not the most fun thing to stream. But I was thinking, if I'm working, I could stream, Let's rotate this fucker. I'm gonna go in and do some coding here in a bit, but same time, it's a little scary when you don't really know what you're doing. Because that's what I'm doing right now. It's just taking one step at a time, trying to figure out exactly how everything's gonna work. What was that? That was 29. All right. Let's move in and start taking a look and see. We're going to save this. Just save. Oh, shit. I think these guys are too far out, though. Need to take a look at that. Move them over a little bit. So, all right. All right. Well, I guess I'm getting there in a way. So that's that. Boom. All right. What are we doing? Jump down the audio a little bit too loud. Maybe it's just on my side. Maybe you barely can hear it. Anyway, it was a little distracting for me. Let's see. Okay, so what I've been doing here is I'm getting the number of bands. Let's just take a look at our data here. This is the information I'm sending from my hacking ability into my hacking window here. I'm getting my target hacking component. So that is on the actual container, attached to the container. I get a store handle, and that's the gameplay ability handle. I get the allowed time, how much time we are allowed to be using. I got the symbol structure, and this is going to be the actual digits or symbols that we are going to use. Where the hell we're using that? I don't know where. Jesus, here. So going to be 10 symbols, 15, 22, 30, 36 symbols. So it's going to be like, first 10 in a scrambled order. That is what's in this. And then wheel number is how many bands are we going to use, and that is coming from there's a calculation allowed time and symbols. Wait a minute. Doing that calculation somewhere and adding that. Yes, here. So it's added by reference, and therefore because this is returning the actual okay, this is returning an int. Yes, so we get this in order. This returns an int. It actually returns the number of symbols, right? There. However, I wanted two return values from this because I also want the pool, the actual symbols. So what I did is I passed it in as a f string reference, and then I updated the reference, boom, to this actually result from this one. So that means I can get two returns from this object. function, not object. This function. All right. So that's what we have. We got that. So we have the number of bands we want to have, and we have the structure, the actual symbols that we are going to create. Let's go into, because the next thing it does is also it's generating a solution, right? Automatic generation of solution. And we're doing that in one of these functions. Boom, 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 boom. Here. So for each of the length of the pool, let's see, -1, number symbols. Here. There we go. Target level times 2 is the number of symbols we need. So we run this twice, and we take a random object from the pool, and we add it to our symbol solution. So, and that is an F string. So that means that from the pool, for example, 0 to 9, we're taking 2 random characters from that, and we put it into the symbol solution pool. So that means that the symbol solution will be 2 characters from the pool that we have, and then we are storing that on the server in our hacking ability. And then whenever we are spinning our wheel here, or we're, it's going to send a question: is this at this? So is band at position 0? Is that the same character? If it is, it turns green. If it's not going to turn green. So that's basically how that's going to work. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure how everything is going to be put together, but I'm working on it step by step. So this is the hacking window controller, and the thing is that what it came down to was that I was wondering if you send the solution to the client, so the client has the solution. But what I figured out was that if you know what you're doing, you can actually go into your RAM, and you can just check what the solution is. I mean, fine, this is not the highest end game in the world, but let's say that in the future we're gonna end up in a situation where people actually, play it, and it's competitive, and you don't want them to be able to just open up their freaking, I don't know how you do it, but you open your freaking command prompt and just do a little, and it's like, boop, here it is. Okay, thank you. So yeah, that's where we are. Hi Slatan, how you doing, man? I'm okay. I'm pretty okay. Been a busy couple of days here, but now Easter is here, so we are going to hopefully take it easy for a couple of days. Especially here in Ireland, where they're very Catholic, so they're, we'll take it one day at a time. Hopefully, we have a few days where I can do some work with this. Okay. So now we're in the hacking window controller. We know that we have access to the number of wheels, and we know we have the symbol structure. So let's see. We are actually not, right now, we're not generating this in code. We are manually putting this in. See here. Button solution, hacking minigame, boom, 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 boom. We are, there we go. Here, I manually put these in, and that is not the right way, right? Let's see. I need to do this in code. So we're going to start working on drilling down and be able to fill this with our actual hacking minigame. So let's see here. This is the minigame we want to add in code, and this is the container we want to add it to. So we're going to take a look here first into our hacking window widget. See our hacking window widget. Oh, widgets. Boom. Take a look at that. HUD fitting window. Information widget. New. Got so many freaking widgets. I cannot keep track of them. Hacking. Where are you? Reprocessing. There we go. There you are. Okay, so I have a mini game container linked into this. So this is what we're going to use. So we're going to look at our mini game container. We have that there. So we are all hooked up, and we need to boom. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we need a T sub object. Sorry, T sub class of what we need. T sub class of, and this is going to be the parent character of or parent of this class here. Let's gonna see. This is actually a user widget, so we probably haven't even done this. Interesting. Okay, so we got some work to do. So we don't have a hacking minigame widget or controller. So we need to create that. So here, boom, boom, public UI, boom, thank you, and widgets. Here we go. And we need to, oh, just take a look at the hacking window widget, HUD overlay widgets. Why didn't I do this? Should have done this when I had the chance or when I started this. But anyway, so we're gonna do a user widget. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna create a class derived from this, and I want to place this in HUD overlay. Here we go. I'm gonna create a new function folder here. Come on. What the fuck? Oh shit! Ah! Holy smoke! What? Okay, I have to go in and do something here. Oops. Hacking. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. No, I know how to do it. It's just I need to. I need to do it. It's just a lot of fucking work. Let's see. What the fuck is happening here? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna. Something is going on here. This that don't like. Let's just create this class first. So this is gonna be hacking game, mini game window. Do Um, but, yeah, I don't know why these are here. Can't do anything here. Okay, I think I need to restart my computer. Right. What the hell is going on here? Compile fail. Yeah, something is not really successfully added. However, you must recompile. There's that sound. All right, let's just take this and see what the hell we get. We have the same problem because we need to add a widget controller anyway. Sorry, that first. And the first thing you do when it's checking what the problem is, you need to restart your computer. Yay! Anyway, see if we have the same problem here now. So I'm gonna create a new widget controller as well. I got that hacking in there already, so that's good. Take a widget controller, boom, and create that. Put that into my hacking, and then slow. Yeah, I definitely need to restart the computer. What do you call that hacking minigame? There we go. Hacking mini game widget controller. All right. So classes all blah, 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 blah. Content, game, blueprints, UI, hacking. We need to go with this guy over here, and we're gonna go into graph. We're gonna go into class settings, and this is hacking minigame window. Hacking minigame window. I think. All right. So, the solution to all. Wish we had something like that in real life too, such as both. Oh, restart all. Yeah, yeah. I can tell you, same thing here. Okay, we're gonna just call this as a root size box. I don't know if I need this or what, but band container. Let's call it band container. So we're gonna create. Let's just grab R because I never remember exactly how to do this. There we go. Copy that. We're gonna go into our this guy here, and we're just gonna do a public section, and we're gonna do two. Oh, these guys there, and this is going to be, that was a horizontal box. Let's see, you horizontal box, forward declare, and forward declare that. This is going to be called band container. Go. And then we're going to fix the controller. T object pointer. There we go. And let's see, what did I name? U hacking minigame widget controller. There we go. And this is just going to be a controller. We need this to be a U property. There. And then we're going to do a virtual void widget controller set override. Go generate that. This is called whenever we're setting the widget controller, and then we're going to say controller. First thing we want to do is we want to cast our widget controller that we just set to our U hacking mini widget controller, and we want to cast is widget controller. There we go. Okay, now we have access to that, so we can go into our controller, and we're going to create a public. We just need to access these guys too. I don't know if I need access to both of them. The band controller container I need access to. Yeah. That size box, we'll see. But it's always good practice to just to add it. Make sure that we have it with us. And then we're going to do a void init controller. And first we want a U size box called in root size box. And then we need that to be a reference. And we're going to have a U horizontal box reference called in band container. And that's that. And that. And what's going to happen is we're going to say root box size box. Oh, fuck me. What the fuck did I do? Movie scene? No. Root size box equals in root size box. And our band container equals in band container. Like so. Now we can do that here. We just say controller init controller, and we're gonna say root size box. We're gonna say we have that as a pointer to that, and we're gonna have a pointer to band container. Boom. What the hell did I do? No, that one. Ah. All right. We also want to have a getter for the controller as blueprint callable. So we're gonna say a return that. Boom. Get controller. Because then we don't have to dig into the actual controller to get, it's cutting one step of it. Return controller. If we need to get it in the blueprint at some point. I don't think we will, but just preparing just in case. U function blueprint callable. Boom. Done. So now we have that, and then in the controller we can do whatever we want. So this is where we are actually going to decide how many of the actual controllers or bands that we actually are going to add here. So that's what's going to happen there. However, we're starting by going into our hacking window controller here. Yes, it's just so many windows sometimes. And in here we need to get the T subclass of. We're going to take start with the actual window. So it's going to be a U hacking minigame window. That, and this is going to be, I don't know. It's not a good name. Hacking minigame widget. There we go. That's the widget. And then we're going to do the same thing for the controller. So we have that. U hacking minigame widget controller, forward declare, and this is controller. I do this. Let's see. Question: do you use C++ for widget 2, like the layer programming 2, and how does that work? Like Blueprint plus C++ or only C++? Because it must be hard to do widget on C++. Well, what I basically do is I create a widget blueprint, and then I'm grabbing that blueprint and I'm passing. That's what we're doing right now. We are passing it into C++ to have access to it. And usually what I do is I use certain slots so I can fill them in C++. So I fill the slots, whatever is going to be populated in specific places. I do that in C++, but I don't really build the actual widget itself. That is done in Slate, and I tried dealing with that, but it's like a fucking mess, and I can't really get it to work. But I'm trying. Sometimes we're going to have to do that here. For example, these things here, horizontal, vertical, padding, all that stuff need to be controlled in C++. But otherwise, what I'm doing here, for example, is that I have my main, window, like so, and then I have like containers here. Right now, you see something here, but this is I need to remove this. This is supposed to be empty. Then I fill this with something, and what I fill with is this, and then I use that container here. I'm removing these, and I fill that programmatically in code, and I fill it with this. So this is just one, right? And then I control the numbers and the buttons and everything in code. So yeah, that's how I do it. Now building it in Slate is just, sure, you can do a lot of awesome things in Slate, but I think this is the most straightforward way to do it. Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to. I wonder if do I need to have this as U properties? Maybe. I don't remember. Maybe I do. I should probably use that. All right, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna fill information into these, so we know that this particular widget is this widget. So I need to track that and import that. And normally when you do it in the start, when you start playing around with this, is that you do a T object pointer that you can add anywhere, and then you create a widget for the whatever you're going to put it into. For example, you creating a blueprint of that. For example, this is a hacking window controller, it's a widget controller. So you're creating a blueprint of that, and then in there you just placing this hacking mini widget into the slot to connect them up. But to me, when I started with this project, I thought there was kind of, it just creates a shit ton of blueprints just to add the freaking widget controller. So I investigated a little bit, and I found out that we can use a static function that's importing this. So it's basically finding it goes through it and finds the correct widget, and we're importing that, and we use that to launch our things. However, I try to memorize exactly how to code that, but I can never do that. For some reason, it's just not happening. And it needs to happen anyway in our constructor here. I just can never remember exactly step by step, word by word, what it's supposed to be. So I need to I do it all over the place. I just don't remember. Let's see. The fuck, where are we doing it? Do it all over the place. You ever do it here? No, wait a minute. This is widgets. We don't want to do it in a widget. We want to check our controllers. Jesus. Of course. So just take one of these guys. Oh my god, no. I just need to find one that actually has it. How about this guy? What the? Okay, let's go to the HUD. I know I do it there. So let's just freaking go to the HUD. There we go. There we go. Oh. This is why you should remember this, but I don't. So here, this is basically the function we want. Get all of this in here. All right, so this is a constructor helper that can find a class based on the location in your system. So that's what we need to do. So first of all, hacking window controller. There. Yep. So we start with the actual window. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna call this hacking mini game object. That there, there, and then we're gonna go back, copy the name of it, and put that there. Right? So that's actually the widget, and then we need to have an address for that. So we go into our thing here. This is the minigame. We copy reference, and then we're just gonna paste it in here. Boom. I don't know how many times I did this, and I really tried to learn this code so I could just type it out. It just wouldn't stick. I don't know what the fuck it was. It just didn't stick. Anyway, and then we need the controller, and the controller is just a class, right? So we just need to have the hacking in a game widget controller class, static class. This needs to be included. This string there. I need to include this as well, right? Include. Come on. UI. Widget. There we go. Boom. Cool. So now we have access to that widget. So what's the next thing we need to do? Well, we need to, now we know what, we can just create our window, basically, right? And let's see. I mean, it's a widget that we put it in there. I mean, it's not that hard. So when we are, let's see, game countdown, clear timer, blah 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 time, set hacking info. So it's here that we know what our information is, right? So we can create a function that we put it in there. It's going to be a private function, and we're going to say void create hacking mini game. Oh my god! Sometimes it's just possible. All right, create hacking mini game, and this is the function we want to get, and we're going to add some information into this. But for now, we can just start that there. Let's see. Okay, so we're creating the hacking mini game. Here we are just going to create a widget that we put it into this. That's so all we need to do is create a widget. And right now, my brain is not working. Widget controller. So, there we go. It's gonna take a gander at my other code. So this is that. So we're gonna say that. We're gonna do a point, and we're gonna say new widget, and we're gonna say create widget. There we go. And let's see, you hacking minigame window, and let's see. Get world. I don't know. These things, for some freaking weird reason, I do it so many times, and still I can't remember the word by word. I don't know. It just won't stick. All right. So what we can do is we can put this in an if statement. Let's make sure that we are actually creating that widget, because otherwise we don't want to do anything else. So then we're going to add a f widget controller params, and call it params, and we're gonna get the player controller. This is all this information is what I already have. So if you're wondering where the hell do I get the player controller from, well, if I go into my GD widget controller, this is the parent class to all my controllers, and whenever I'm creating the widget controller, I'm passing in all this information into that. So that's what we're doing now, is that we when we created the first controller in this entire structure, I did an overlay, because I have an overlay on my screen, right? So what I'm doing is that I'm getting that information tucked into the first widget controller. And then I just grabbing that. Every time I create a new controller, I'm grabbing that information and tuck it into the next widget controller. So I always have access to it. So yeah, that's basically how it works. Is that it's just an inherited system. I'm starting out with the first widget. We're in my HUD, and there I'm grabbing all this information and tucking it into it, and then just passing it down into the rest. So that's what I do here. And then I do these widget controller params. This is what I do. What I'm doing right now is I just tucking that into widget controller params, and then I send it down to the next widget controller. And whenever he needs, that widget controller needs access to the same things, he just grabs it straight out of the box. So I don't need all this information, but it's always nice to have it, you know? So I can do play state. I will use a ability system component. Don't really need these things. It was something I started with when I started this project, because I had done a course with Stephen Abari on Udemy. And this is what he did with his gas project. And I implemented it, and, and then I realized that I don't really need a couple of these things like ability system component attribute sets, but I've been doing it so many times now. So it's like to clean that up would probably take me an entire day. And instead of just adding it in there and just forget about it. Sometimes I have ended up in a situation where I need it, but I have another system where I can actually get the ability system component and attribute set very, very easily through the widget controller blueprint function library that I created. Anyway, screw it. That's where it was. So let's see. Now we have that. Anyway, we have the widget controller params. So now we're going to create our widget controller, right? So we're going to have another if statement, and we're going to say our widget controller. Boom. This is what we're going to create. And it's going to be called a widget controller. That's it. And we're going to cast a U hacking mini widget controller. What are we going to get? So we're going to get widget controller. Get widget controller. Let's see. Oh shit! Looking in the wrong place. We need to get the HUD first. So let's just take a little gander. Exactly, because I'm in the wrong place when I'm looking at this. I should be looking at this. Yeah. So this is the line we want to grab. Boom. We're going to include the HUD. So on the HUD, I have a function that I try to call without using, on the HUD, I have a function called get widget controller. And this takes two params, and we're going to take our widget controller params, and we're going to take our class of minigame controller. And these are functions that I created myself long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I think I did it like in August or something like that. Steven teach. Yeah, he is really good. He's really good. I mean, I've done maybe 4 classes, and I still do more classes from him, you know, when it comes to certain things. Finish. Yeah, he's a good reference. I would say that anybody that want to learn this from the base, to at least do a few of his courses. I done maybe 5 or 6 of them. So I started with his C++ for game developers. I mean the absolute basics. I've been coding a little bit with you know, JavaScript, especially because I've been working with building APIs earlier in JavaScript, so I had the basics understanding on, you know, how a programming language works. But you know, I started with that C++, and then, so to be honest, if you bring me out of the Unreal Engine world, I would be very lost. With all the downloading different libraries and stuff like that, I would be very lost. But in here, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Pretty good. Or pretty good. Decent. All right. So now we have a widget controller. Now we can do whatever we want to do that. Well, first of all, we want to take our new widget and we want to set widget controller, and we're going to take a widget controller here. But yeah, I'm just saying that, you know, once you take in his courses, just sit down and just do it over and over and over again. And it's not until, you know, a few months later that you start realizing that, wait a minute, oh, that's why you fucking did it this way. You just copy and paste, and basically you do what he does. But then you need to, you know, really sitting down and really understand why you do certain things. And to be honest, I still learning new things every day. You know, doing a course online helps you kickstart you, but you need to really sit down and really do hours and hours and hours. All right. So what do we need to do here? Well, we need to, now we know, we need to add this to our slot, right? That's the first thing we want to do. We want to add it to a slot. So we're going to take our, let's see here now, hacking with the controller. So we're going to have our minigame there. Container, we're just going to take that. We're going to add child. Is that it? Yeah. New widget. That's it. I mean, this is just the basics of it. So what I can do now, I can go up here and we're going to remove the minigame. Boom. Secure that. And then we're going to restart this. And it should not be a difference. It should be the same. Yeah, but I'm not very knowledgeable. But to be honest, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm taking one thing at a time. I know what I want to do, and then I'm trying to break it down to very small pieces. And sometimes I have to sit like for 25 minutes and try to figure out how do I actually do this. But I'm trying to really make sure that we're not intimidated by the whole project. We're just taking one thing, little thing at a time, and then in the end, we end up with something that actually works. If you're just taking, oh, I want to make this, I want to create a big game and I want to have this to be a MMO with thousands of players, and you're like, oh my god, how the fuck are you going to do that? Well, you take it one step at a time. You take, what do you want to do? And then you break it down into small pieces, and then you learn every step, on the way. Right now, I'm just doing this for the hell of it and for fun. So, now we're going to hack this guy here. And we are not supposed to see any difference. We're supposed to see the 10 bands in there. And hopefully it does work. It does. Look at that. We got 10 bands. And we see it's sticking out a little bit. So we need to fix that. Sticking out a little bit on this side as well. And that means that we need to make this into a... how should I put it? We need to make this into a slot. And then we're going to control the slot size so it doesn't stick out like this. But that works there, so that's fine. So let's see. We have something, we're actually doing something very similar here. Let's see. So we can take a panel slot. And then we cast that slot, and then we can control that, right? And this is a horizontal box, I think. Is it a horizontal box that we are playing around with? There is a, yes, it's a horizontal box. So, we can actually do something similar. So we take a panel slot. We're going to do this. Boom. And we're going to take our that and that, right? Cool. And then we are going to creating a horizontal box slot. Oh, I got 2 dogs coming in here. New horizontal box slot. And AV iron box slot. And the panel slot. And then what we're going to do is boom. And we're filling it with the child size there. So let's see if that works. Yeah, I mean, you learn by watching. You learn the basics of it, right? You learn how to basically set it up, and then you take your project that you built together with other people in the course, and you go like, okay, so I want to do this, and you break it down like, okay, so what is the code to start this out? I don't remember what. So you'll go through the code and go like, oh, this is how we do that. Okay, so I take that code and I put it into my new project, and then you just continue building on that and go through old code. Like you see me, I'm going back to check my own code that I already did because I know I've done it before. So I can go back and look at the code and go like, oh, this is how I did it. Because there's so many ways to do things. You cannot remember every freaking thing. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's see if that made a difference. So now we're going to try to hack that again. And yeah. So now it's located within the boundaries of this. So that's perfect. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So, okay, I gotta get the dog out of here because he started getting irritated. I'm gonna also grab some new coffee. So gonna take a few minutes and then I'll be right back. All right. Oh, hi, Samami. I'm sorry if I missed your chat there. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, I would say. All right. So what are we doing? We fixed the size issue that we had there. And now we need to just make sure that the widget controller here has all the information it needs, right? So what are we talking about information? Let's see. We need the thing needs to know the number of wheels, and it needs to know the structure of the symbols, right? Those two things need to be set into the hacking widget window controller. We're gonna set a, let's see, here. That's the guy we want to have, right? This is controller for the actual minigame. So we're gonna have two variables. We're gonna have those two variables. Don't need to have all this added anywhere and stuff like that, but I don't even think they need to be any new properties either. Let's do that, right? Here. All right. We need to have two setters for it though. Maybe two getters, but at least two setters. So void set symbol structure, and we're gonna have f string reference, const reference, right? Now we're gonna change for this one. And we're gonna set that symbol incoming symbols, and we need to have a void set wheel number, and it's gonna be a const in 32. I don't know. We reference. Fuck it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Shit. This is the thing. Or like, okay, it can be const because it's never gonna change. So that's fine. Incoming wheel number. Right. So let's just create those guys there. Generate those definitions. Boom. And come on. Stop. There we go. Symbol structure equals incoming symbol. And wheel number equals incoming wheel number. Oh, okay. Let's create that. So this is order operations we need to think about. Do we want to set it before or after we're setting the widget controller? That's the question. Let's say widget controller. Let's just do the widget controller. Set symbol structure. And then we're going to say the widget controller. Set number wheel. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now we are going to take our hacking info that we got, and we're going to say symbol structure. And this is going to be hacking info dot wheel number. Okay, so now our hacking window knows this information. So now we can actually say, load this up. We can actually remove all these buddies right here. Boom. And we are going to create new widgets, this type of widgets, and create that inside of our hacking minigame widget controller. Sometimes this is getting repetitive because we just did this whole thing for this. Now we're going to do the same for this. But it's okay. Something needs to be done. So we're going to do, again, T sub class of, oh shit, we don't even have hacking slot. We don't have any classes for that yet. So back to square one. Grab this, boom. Go down into our C++ classes, public and UI. And widget, start with the widget. Yeah, the user widget there. So we need to create a Galaxy Dawn user widget and create that and grab that. And we're going to go into our hacking window. And this is going to be called, same problem. I need to restart my computer. I know this. We knows it. We knows it. Hacking slot widget. And create that class. Boom. Hot, 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 hot. Oh my god. 7-7. I didn't fucking see you. Chat at all. I'm so sorry. I just saw your first chat there. Hate missing chats. It's not polite. It's not polite. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, hopefully you have a good day though. Widget controller. Let's see here. We need a widget controller for it as well. So we're gonna create one and we're going to put that into our I think it's this one here. There we go. Hacking slot widget controller. Boom. And okay, cool. So, this is the widgets. We're gonna do a public station. Same thing as we just did. Oh, there we go. And we're gonna say a start with a T object pointer, and this is gonna be over U hacking slot widget controller. Over declare, and this is controller, and we're gonna say a void virtual void widget controller is set, right? And let's just create that straight away. And controller. I mean, I just did this a couple of minutes ago for the other one. Cast you hacking slot controller. Did I call it that? I name it right there. No, I didn't. You hacking slot widget controller. This is wrong. Cool. Okay, and we're gonna say the widget controller. Aye. Widget. What the hell am I doing? Come on, man. Widget controller. Boom. Cool. And then we can take our controller, hacking slot widget controller, and we're gonna say public, and we're gonna say void init controller. This is probably something I could have an override on, maybe not, by the way. I'm thinking about it, actually not, because it depends on what I want to send through here. All right, so we're gonna say controller, and we're gonna init controller. So And then we're going to go in here. We're going to get our get controller function just in case we need it in the future. I don't know yet, but pointer get controller. Your property, your function, blueprint callable. There, and there's the return controller. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So what do we actually need here? So we can actually go in here. Sorry, not you. What the fuck did I do? Oh, we can go into our graph and set the class settings. I'm gonna say hacking slot. Hacking slot, which that's the one we want to have there. Okay, designer, and we're gonna say wheel container. Need to have that anyway, right? Up button, down button, lock. Column number. Well, already named that, so that's fine. I got the column number. All right. Copy these guys. Well, I might need to have the root size box as well. All right. Take that guy here. This is the actual widget. That's the root size box. And then we're going to say the next thing we want to have is this guy, right? Wheel container. You is it a vertical or horizontal? Horizontal. It doesn't really matter, does it? It might actually do when I'm thinking about it. So how am I gonna do it? Well, we're going to build a. It's just gonna be one. It doesn't really matter. It's horizontal is fine because we're going to have something put in there, and that particular thing is just going to be one thing that we're going to build up with different symbols. Oh. Yeah, how you doing, man? To be honest, been a long time. I didn't go anywhere. I've been working with my project here. What happened was that I started getting too mentally involved in numbers, you know. God, I down to 32, views on the last video. And to be honest, it wasn't healthy. So I don't like. No, I need to back off from this. And I'm trying to find the fun in coding and the fun in streaming because, yeah, can you know me? What do you mean, can you know me? Don't know what that means. But so I had to step away from it, and so hopefully coming back to streaming. Oh, you're an old subscriber? Yeah. Did you change name? Anyway, so I'm trying to come back and just stream for the fun of it instead of even worry about anything else, you know? So that's where I'm at right now. Because sometimes you do things and then you basically it overwhelms you and you need to be it's a today's society and all that, you know? Everybody need to be successful. Yeah. All right. So we got the wheel container. I need this number to be able to update it, and it's just gonna be a U text block, right? But lots. Oh, you're in the Discord. Yeah. Oh, not so much in there either, so it's very quiet. But yeah, join it. I think there should be a experience market Discord. I don't know if this works on YouTube though. It should. Let's see if I do this. I do that. It's behind my fucking camera. I can't even see what I'm doing. Does this work? Yeah, there you go. That works. That should work. Oh, you already joined. Okay, you already joined. All right. Uh, cool. You Xbox. So, what have you been up to? Been doing any coding yourself? Any fun games? What do you call it? Column number. That's what I want to call it. Probably. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay, Nav. All right. We're chasing names. It makes no sense. I had my name since I don't know, since the day of the old mammoth. You know, when mammoth roamed the earth. Is this Christmas music? Are you kidding me? Stop. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, no. So now I've just been. Then I had my surgery and all that, and did the fixing my hand. Probably need to have another surgery coming up soon again. Oh. Plus, for my other hand, that I need to fix. Let's see. Where the hell are we? Slot widget. And then we got the slot widget controller. Where's the slot widget controller? I start getting too many windows open again. Close that. Close that. Close that. Okay. Nice. So we're gonna copy those things and just place them in here. And don't need that. Don't need that. That. Clear that. Ah, come on. Oh my god, why are you doing this? Alright, so we just do this then. U horizontal text block. Class U text. boom, done. And we're going to init controller. We're gonna say oh, like that, and reference and in root size box. And we're gonna say u horizontal size box in wheel container. And then we're going to have the U text block in column number. There we go. All right. And take those, copy that here. And I'm going to say root size box equals in root size box. I'm going to say wheel container equals in wheel container, and column number equals in column number. Go slot, and now we're going to say here, we're going to say root size box. And we need to have a little star there. It's it going forward. I can do a little walk around in all the new things, because it is a lot of new things since we last saw this. I was gonna figure this, make sure that these guys work. Then we can do a little walkabout. Because it's a lot of new things. I can tell you that. Let's see. Bush box, column number. We got access to all those things, and yeah, we can just do this. We stop and rerunning this. Yeah. So we got a lot of new things going on. And I don't know where to fucking start. So we are launching 75%. Right. First of all, we just want to make sure that our things are still working. We are widget not found. Interesting. Horizontal box. This guy. Um. There we go. What was the other one that wasn't bound? It was the root size box. Oh, I never saved it. All right, there we go. How about now? Yes. Now it's all good. All right, let's take a little walk around here and see what we have. So, first of all, it looks pretty much the same, as we did. But if I click on these now, so we have a little bit more things. The actual inventory system is kind of working. We can add things, as I could before. Honestly, it's not much difference. But we have, let's see, what harvesters, combat, targeted arrays, minerals, Stack all. We have a lot of stacking options. We stack items. We can stack all. We can delete. We can get information. But, to be honest, cargo expanders, volt crystals. We got minerals going on here. We got ore going on. I was thinking that we should have had a mining object, but we actually don't. I need to open up my project, open file, saved. I'm gonna go into, let's say, place storage 0. I'm gonna open that up. I'm gonna get a mining tool plan here. Let's see, we can close this game for now. And remember exactly the names of these things. No, not UI. What the hell am I doing? Blueprints there, data, data tables, module info, mining unit is number 10. Okay. So let's do module number 10. Amount 8 is fine. Item level is 1. That is fine. So go. So I can just do that. All right. So what I can do here now is I can add a mining laser. How about 2 mining lasers? Then we're gonna target our rock here. I know the images are just blah. All right. Well, if I have time. What the hell? Something is wrong with my code. Damn. Yeah, I've been working. I've been upgrading the whole targeting system when I've been. Oh, okay. To fix that, there's a little bug. Bug in our game. There's a couple of bugs. One is, for example, I still cannot. When I reload these, I can't get the mining things in here. But basically, and when I remove it, if it's not loaded, then my entire character disappears. There's some stuff to work with. I have a whole mining thing, but now the targeting was something because I've been updating that when I start working with the hacking. Previously, I wasn't working with replication, so I updated that, and now something happens with replication and targeting and stuff like that when it comes to mining the object. It's probably very simple. Anyway, so but we have containers. We got secure containers. We got unsecured containers. These little red ones is just an unsecured containers. We got these little things over here. Now this is not a real one. So what we can do is we can actually create one of those. We drag in, let's see. Let's drag in some. Let's open this guy up. There we go. And we're gonna drag in a couple of mining lasers in here. Boom. So I got mining lasers. They are taking up 600 out of 750, right? And they're in that container. So we own this container, so we can actually pick this container up. If we do that, it will be placed inside our main storage. But if it doesn't fit everything inside it, what happens is that it picks that up, and then it leaves a little drop box here. Boom, we can actually open with our mining lasers inside here. But that's just a little small thing. These are secure containers, so we can target them, we can hack them, etc., etc. We can place secured containers out in the world. So let's say I want to, let's say here, I want to place this. I'm going to deploy this little guy here. So we can rotate it and whatever we want and just place it out in the world. So now we can access this. We can target it. We can look at it. We can do everything we need to do. I want to see if I have any secure containers, because that's opening a whole other dimension of things. We don't have that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick this up. Boom. I'm going to end this. I'm going to open up my vehicle data. And this is interactable 001. So I just want to say interactable item info. Secured is 003. Change that to 3. Then we can just open this up again. And if I now place a secure container into the world, I will get the secure access control. And here we can add in if we want to have a passcode. I haven't really gotten to that yet, but I'm supposed to be able to add a passcode that I can give out to my friends and have them access it. I can allow access to my current squad that I'm in, my organization, or my alliance. Whoever needs access. We got that. I can change the name here, of course, and I can just deploy it. So now I can access this. I can pick it up, I can open it, I can target it, I can rename it. If I want to rename it to something, I can look at it. The difference here now is that I own this. I don't own this one, and I don't own this one. That's why I have a hacking symbol here, because I cannot access whatever is in there, so I need to hack it. And here, okay, so neither of those are... So what I can do is I can go in and change some data on that. So if I go to world owned containers here, let's see. So that's 001, 003. This is secured. Owner control EID can be hacked true. Squad access false. So if I change this guy here to true, it won't really matter to me right now, because I haven't implemented the access code programmatically. However, if I change that to true, is this the one I own, by the way? Maybe that's the one I already own. Let's see. So that's hackable. Oh yeah. So this is hackable, right? This one is no longer... It got hackable because I don't own it, but I should be able to open it and enter passcode to access whatever is in there. Anyway, so that's one thing. I wanted to show you the whole mining loop. So I'm a little bit upset that I couldn't mine. But anyway, you have the mining units that brings in ore, and the ore can now be processed or reprocessed. So we have the whole reprocessing window kind of deal. This is my reprocessing for this character at this location. And we can see the base yield on this. And this is a whole calculation on your character skill basis. Tells you how much you're going to get from this ore. And we're going to confirm it. You can either just reprocess this one, or we can confirm I'm going to reprocess everything that's on this list. We can just reprocess that. And now we got some Veltrum, Bromite, and Glyceride. There's gems. Just gonna get one of those. And now we can just grab all these and just put them down here. Boom. And yeah, back all. So yeah, I mean, small things. But we got a mine loop. We got, you know, creating these minerals and gems. I'm going to continue working on other building materials, because building materials is, of course, very important if you're going to build items like modules and vehicles and whatnot. You got containers, secure containers, you got unsecure containers. Yeah. So basically that's as far as I've got right now. So the thing is that with this secure containers is that we of course is going to be able to hack it, and if we fail hacking, damage could be made to our vehicle. This is actually empty because we start working on implementing how many we need to create and put in here. So yeah. Oh, it's, you know, but there's stuff happening. There's stuff happening. It's not like I haven't touched this in months. It's been on work, and I've been learning so much when it comes to replication and how we implement. Um, how should I put it? How we implement network play. So if we play as two characters here, for example, we are be able to access containers. We look at this guy here. Oh, let's see. We don't have any container we can access, but if we, let's say, forward, backward moving. Now I just have my old, nothing really right now. But if we take this and go down there. Oh, where the fuck are you going? Oh, shit. He just continues walking. What the hell? That's intriguing. Yes, continued walking. Why did he do that? He's supposed to go to that mark there. Yeah, it does that. Yeah. So let's open that container. Now, let's go down here with this guy here. So this is two different clients, right? So we open this guy here. Boom. And then we're gonna say M and vehicle storage and see what you have here. I got some mine lasers, I got some cargo expanders. So if I put it in here, it automatically updates on the other client, right? So everything is updating as is. And let's say that we want to pick this guy up, getting that little thing. Now we can access that from this character, and of course grab whatever in here and just remove it, and it will update as it should. So these small little things I think is pretty fucking cool, you know, with the networking and working over multiple accounts and clients. Hey, thank you, bro. Glad påsk. Glad påsk. All right. Anyway, so when you start playing around, when you go like, oh, look what I done, and like, wait a minute, it's like nothing. Although I need to really take a look at the mining. You know a little Swedish. I know a little bit too. Yeah, I know a little German too. Danda, where are you from, man? Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were creating this fucking thing. So we need to create that now. That's the slot. This son of a gun is what we need to create. So this is the actual widget, and let's see here. Where the hell are we? This is the game controller. We got the number of wheels. So now we need to create the T sub. Yeah, take care, man. Satlan. Satlan. I just want to say Zlatan, but it's not right. It's Satlan. I mean, you got the Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There's, that's what reminds me when I see your name. Anyway, thanks and see you next time. Take care. T subclass of, right? Subclass of. We need a T subclass of. And we're going to get a T subclass of our hacking slot widget controller. No, we're going to get it from the U hacking slot widget, first of all. Needed one from the widget controller as well, but slot widget class. I don't know. That's fine. I'm gonna use property on that one, right? Property, and then we're gonna do a T subclass of. Oh yeah, Henke Larsson. Yeah. Oh my god. He tried to become a coach. He didn't do so well with it though, man. Hacking. You hacking slot widget controller. Yeah, I know he'd been around. I think he's in Scotland and stuff like that, trying his luck with the coaching. Hacking slot controller class. Is class a good name for this? I don't think so. Let's just skip the class word. There we go. All right. We need to create a constructor for these so we can load those guys in. Boom. Yeah. He scored a goal in the match against Bulgaria and the bronze match. I don't know if he even played any other games than that. I mean, he was just like 18 or something like that. He's basically my age. I don't know if he played in other games than that. Big name back then was Thomas Brolin. The big name back in '94. All right. So we're gonna copy some stuff here. Come on. What are we gonna copy? We're gonna copy it from here. Are we? No, we're not. We're gonna copy it from here. No, we're not. Jesus. Here, no. Where the hell are you? Hacking minigame. Hacking window. Hacking minigame window. Hacking slot. No, not one of those. Hacking minigame. Widget controller. Can you stop, Coltrane? What are you coming in here for? Hacking window controller. Here we go. This is what I want to copy. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be a U hacking mini, no, U hacking slot widget. That's going to be hacking slot. That, boom, and hacking slot widget there. This address needs to be this address. Oh shit. Blueprint UI. Young teenage back in '94. I was 13, 14. Yeah, I wasn't much older. I was 94. I was 19. Summer of '94. I think it was 18. I was gonna turn 19. So yeah, it was the first time I really went out into the world. I went to the US '94. After the World Cup in '94, I went to the US alone. I was 18. Start traveling the world. Let's see. Target lot ship hood hacking. And that's it. That's it. That's the one we want. I'm gonna copy that reference. Yeah, I remember the 1990, but very, very vaguely. It wasn't really a good year for Swedish football, though. Um, Swedish football was really bad back then. They even considered because of the World Cup, Euros going to took place in Sweden in '92, and they talked about Sweden shouldn't even be a part of it because they're so freaking bad. So yeah, let's see. Try. No, Coltrane, stop that. Let's see, do that. Include that. I don't know if I need to include. Yeah, I do need to include that. I don't know ways so we can do that right now. Include. Yeah, I mean, this one Goran came from. I mean, he was just a local boy, and all of a sudden he just got some success with Degerfors back in the late '70s, early '80s, and then he got to train Gothenburg and managed to freaking win the entire UEFA Cup, and that was he just he was a great coach, great coach, but also very very lucky coach. Widgets. And I'm gonna go into. Can you stop, coach? I have to take care of my dog. Crying here. Let my wife take care of him. Give me a second. All right. Jesus, you're into your football, aren't you? Roy, yeah, he started in Halmstad. I think it was Halmstad was the first club he coached in Sweden. When the hell was that? 82, 83, 84? It was just a young punk back then. But I don't know how come he became the coach for the British team. I have no idea. I never thought he was that great. But hey. HUD overlays, right? Hacking slot widget. That's so I never really understood why he managed to get that job because it's just made no sense to me. But hey, he didn't stay too long either, so there was a reason for it. Let's see. So now we got our hacking slot widget. We got the structure, and we got the wheel numbers. That's the most important thing right now, is that we have the wheel number. So we can actually initialize controller. When that controller is initialized, we can create a function called create void create slot hacking slot. Right? I'm gonna create those hacking slots, and fuck, just basically for each of, no, I have to do a for loop here, right? Int 32 I equals 0. The fuck, nothing is working. As long as I is less, what the hell? Oh, that's what. As long as I is less, hello. As long as I is less than wheel number, and then we're gonna do I plus plus. All right, so now we are just gonna create a wheel, and game window, game widget. Oh, what the hell? This is slot. Should I close all these fucking things? Organization has never been my strong suit, has it? Oh, all right. There we go. So we are basically just gonna do the same fucking thing here as we did there. So we're just gonna copy this whole thing, and we are just going to change the names of these guys over here. There we go. And so we're gonna start with the widget, right? And that name is gonna be a hacking slot widget. Then we're going to just include that. Boom. And of course we're gonna include the play controller class. Then we're going to take our, oh shit, copy that. Boom, boom. Take our hacking slot controller and put that in there. So this one is a function we want to keep. However, we are going to call that slot structure, like so. We don't need to do that because that doesn't really care about that. So we need that function. Then we need to add that child to that's not right. Hacking minigame widget controller. Am I in the right place? Yes. Yes. It's a horizontal. Yeah, it's right. I am absolutely right. It's a horizontal box. Boom. And include that guy there. there. So we need to have this function to. That's fine. This function needs to set on our struct. Slot widget controller here. Have that function here. And of course we need to have it out as an f string symbol structure. Let's grab that. Do that. Say symbol structure equals to incoming symbols, and that's it there. Nice. Now this one is working. We're getting that, and then we're setting that, and then we are adding that, and it can look horrible. I just want to see if it actually is coming in like it should. But it's going to be stretched out. Hey, excellent Torch, how you doing, man? What's up? How are you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, just continue working on my freaking project. Never ending story. Release date 2029 or 35 or something. I usually say between 4 and 14 years. I'm just having fun. Learning a lot. Lots and lots. Oh, shit. Let's not play multiplayer right now. Just messing up my own brain. All right, so let's see here. This one needs to be hacked. It's been up and down. But mostly been okay. Okay, so we don't see anything here. Why don't? Oh shit! I don't think I'm even calling my function. I don't think I'm calling this at all. So, boom. No, I don't call it at all. But yeah, personally, it's been okay. I lost a finger in my surgery. I had surgery in December, fixing my hand, so I lost a finger there. Then there's been a lot of coming back and learning how to type again and stuff like that. Yeah, too long. Also, I ended up in a situation where I start obsessing a little bit with numbers from YouTube, and it wasn't good. So I felt that it's better to step away right now and try to find the what's fun with streaming and programming instead of thinking that I need to have numbers. Right now it's just I just want to be able to have fun. All right, so we got our two sections. They look horrible, as I said. They look horrible, but they're in there. There are two of them because that's what we're supposed to have with our level 1 secure container. It's going to have two of these bands. So the question is now, how the hell do we control what it looks like? That's what we need to look at right now. How do we control? This is the bands that we're stopping it in. So let's get our slot. Hacking slot widget. So if I have two of them here, nothing happens. Because guys, honestly, that's not right. What do you call these? Hacking slots. WBP. That's the one we want to have. Okay. Let's set to auto. If I set the, oh, that's why. If I set these to fill, then that will happen. That's exactly what happened because we are setting them to fill here. So we should set them to auto. Is this correct? Then they will end up on the right, and we don't want that. But that's at least first step. Automatic. Let's just see what happens if I do that. Remove these guys now. So sometimes you just sit there and go like you restart and you restart and restart and just trying to figure out, oh, this is it, this is that, this is how I do this. Knock it off, Coltrane. Just knock it off. Thanks, man. All right, so we got them here. So first of all, I want. What is happening here, really? So if I don't want them to go neck to neck, I want this whole thing to have some kind of padding. Right and left. Say 5. Will that matter? No, nothing happens there. Right? Do that. All right. Now I want these to be not stretched out, but placed. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. All right. Let's see. So, how do we do that? That's the wrong one. Oh shit! What the hell? This is the one. So, let's see. That's what we want, right? So that's exactly what we want. We want this to be fill. Then we want to have the box slot to be set to horizontal alignment. horizontal alignment, and it needs to have an E horizontal alignment, E horizontal alignment center, and then H box slot set vertical alignment, and it's going to be a E vertical alignment center. All right. Okay, so we can delete these again. Save that. I'm going to restart this. And yeah. Men det är easy. So I got two dogs. One is just a pain in the arse when we're streaming. He's start walking around you and try to hurt you and start just crying out like he just can't. Same thing, no matter if you stream or whatever you do, if you're on a phone, if you whatever you do, he's just obnoxious when it comes to you're talking to nobody. Then you have this one. She's awesome in all ways. The only thing is that about every hour she needs a couple of minutes of just pure cuddling, and then she's good. Then she goes and sits down and lays down or whatever she does. Just needs a couple of seconds of this rubby. And then if I scratch her too hard, or not hard, but doing this, then it starts. Probably feels pretty safe right now, because otherwise she's starting growling and attacking her brother. She's total alpha bitch. She's an alpha bitch, and she's if you well, she attacks the other dog, like controlling him, not attacking like vicious, but controlling, like going over him and go like, "God, I'm in control here." All right, that's it. Enough. Go lay down. Yep. Thank you. All right, that's it. Okay, where were we? Yeah, we were just gonna test that our solution is fix that. So and there we go. Oh, doesn't look great, but at least it's better than nothing. Maybe we want them in the center though, and not build up from the center. Anyway, it's just the first step. So now we can we have this, and that's awesome. You know, I'm very happy so far. This needs to have a name or number. This is going to be a 1, and this is going to be a 2. So we probably need to. We have the I here. We have the index here. Let's close this down. No, shut that down. We have the index here, so we can actually say slot widget controller hacking, slot widget controller hacking, slot widget controller. There we go. And we can say void gonna first insert to hacking slot index. That's actually pretty important later on that we have this. This is not a function. This is just a variable. So we can have a void set hacking slot index. I'm going to take a int32 called index and set that. This because we need to be able to. I want to control that the player when they're playing the minigame, that they have to take it in a certain order. And that's why this index is important. So what I can do here is just say hacking slot index is 0, right? 0 for first and 1 for the second. We're just going to do a index here, straight up, not change it. However, when we're setting the slot name, the slot column number here, we do a function called void set column slot index. Oh my god. And this is just going to be a private. Don't need to do anything here. Generate definition. Now we're going to take our boom, 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 boom. Set text. Set text. And there's going to be an f text. So we're going to take our slot index. So we're going to be f text from string. Okay. This is just weird, but yeah. From int, and now we're going to take our int, which is the column number. I'm going to do that there. Let's see, set text. This is int. I need to. This one. This two. Just do this then. F string string number equals. Doesn't like that. Cannot convert value of type T object point. Oh shoot! What the hell? That's why. Oh my god. So you're gonna do this. Jesus, how stupid I am. So you're gonna do this. No. +1, right? There we go. So if this is 0, I want it to be 1. If this is 1, I want this to be 2, because this is just a cosmetic view. Now we need to set the hacking slot index when we're creating this. And we want to do it before we actually set the widget controllers. Now we're going to do the widget controller. Set hacking slot index, and we are just going to say I on that, because that's the index here. Now we've done that. So when we are creating all this, now we can initialize the widget, and we're setting the column slot index. Yes. Now it should have the right number. All right. I think that's gonna be it for today. I need to go down and take care of the boy and girl, and my wife probably is doing some dinner for us. So I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. I'm going to work anyway on this, so could just as well stream it. But yeah, see that this works. This is kind of scary to me because I don't really know how to progress, and I understand the concept of it, but this is there. No, 5 and 5. What the fuck? No. What the? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, boo, 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 doo, 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 doo. Do, 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 do. I think actually setting that here for some reason. Yes, here. The text. Remove that. And I don't know why I do that. I probably did something to test something at some point. Let's see. There you go. 1 and 2. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, so we're gonna have like symbols that going to go up and down, and we're gonna have like a center point, a center line, or something like that that will light up when I don't know exactly how to do it, but when you hit the right target, you're gonna light up, and then you're gonna lock it. Then you're gonna do the second one, and you're gonna lock it. When you lock the second one and both are correct, then you're gonna be have a solution that will be accepted, and so on and so forth. So we'll see where we end up with this, but it's nice to be streaming anyway, and I want to thank everybody that's been here today. But that's about it. I'll see you next time, and happy coding, everybody. Have fun with it. Just have fun. All right, guys. Take care. Bye bye. I need a new end stream, but this is what I have right now. So I can do. There you go. All right. Take care.